raised by activists, raised by civil rights activists, raised by change makers, understanding that the collective we is much stronger than the I.
Thank you so much, Jodi, for being here with us at our 2020 Women of Power Summit. You were brilliant on stage. The theme, obviously, Women of Power. So I want to just ask, how do you define being a woman of power?
Being a woman of power is this like nuanced conversation. I don't know if I felt powerful 5 minutes ago. There are moments that I feel powerful, right? Moments that I feel powerful. Most of the time when I'm waking up in the morning, I'm thinking, am I capable of doing what my children need, of doing what this family needs, of doing what my country needs? I do a lot of LGBT work. And it's always a question mark. Can I do what needs to be done? So I think the power that I feel is when I'm on the other side of the question mark, when I see how far my children have come, when I see that I've raised confident, loving, smart Black children, confident, loving, smart, queer Black children, and when I see them succeed and step forward in life and walk into spaces and claim themselves for who they are, I think, oh, I was strong enough as a mom, I was strong enough as a woman to raise this family up.
On stage, you talked about one of your children who has identified as queer and transgender. You said that when you first were told that by this child, you kind of struggled with it. You didn't have language for it. You didn't understand it. How's that struggle been today?
So, there were years of nonverbal communication from my child, telling me, Mama, who you think I am is not who I am. Fighting, pushing, nail biting, screaming, crying, bullying. Refusal to get dressed, refusal to brush hair. That was nonverbal communication. And then when I actually stopped to ask, why are you so angry? My child said, because everyone thinks I'm a girl. And I'm not, I'm a boy. I didn't know what that meant. I thought maybe this is a tomboy, maybe this is a rebellious child. So it took me 10,000 hours to devote to my kid, to figure my kid out, to try to understand where my kid was coming from. So the struggle to understand my son, who's transgender, has been years, because learning takes years, right? To go from not knowing to knowing. And after I got all that information, those 10,000 hours, I kind of put that information in my pocket, and then I just was leading with my heart. Because ultimately, you want to just love the people around you.
Political revolution this country needs.
We're in an election season, one of the biggest years, especially for millennials, Generation Z. Why is it so important, would you say, for young people to be politically active and use our political capital in this election?
So I used to think that love in the family, right, family base, family values were enough, right? If you love deep enough in your family and if the family stays together, all will be fine. But that's actually not the case. Love and family is not enough. We have to have policies that reflect justice, and we have to have policies that reflect equality, policies that bring safety to our children when they leave the house. It is so important to vote. It is so important to lean into politics and lean into changing laws. We come from activists. We come from civil rights activists, many of us. And then we forget how important politics are. We forget how important our voice is. And so right now I'm in a phase in my life where I'm working with people and families to change hearts and minds, but I'm also working with politicians to change legislature, to move policy forward to meet us where our hearts are.